morning. Heidi Foy here with Bullfrog Creative. Welcome this morning. Oh, this comment keeps coming up and I don't know how to get rid of it. Welcome this morning to our Outside the Arena and countdown to the CNFR. We're less than 30 days away, and all of the regions have now at this point wrapped up their competitions. So we are, over the next several weeks, we're going to meet with each region. Listen, we're going to try to meet with each region because some of these college kids and coaches are really hard to get a hold of. So I'm going to preface that. We're going to try to meet with each region. You guys stay tuned. We've got the Great Plains region here with us today. All right, good morning once again. So I want to welcome Jade Boot to our broadcast. She, again, is from the Great Plains region. Jade, tell me a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, and I believe, talk to me a little bit about the duration of your position, I guess, as the student director.
Yeah, so welcome everyone. Thank you, Heidi, for having me. Like Heidi said, I am Jade Boot. I am from the Great Plains region. I actually attend Dickinson State University in Dickinson, North Dakota. I have actually been our student director for 3 years now. Most of the time, position is only 2 years, but because of COVID and everything, they did grant me another year. So I have been the student director for 3 years. So I've been in school for 6. I will be graduating here with my master's in entrepreneurship and business administration. And then I have a bachelor's degree in business education, but I'll be done with school soon here. But yeah, the Great Plains region, I've been student director for 3 years, like I said, and it has been amazing. It was very bittersweet. I'm not going to lie, at that last rodeo, having to hand out the awards for the last time and tell a lot of my close friends bye, because who knows when I will see them again. So yeah, it's been a great time.
I feel like we have quite a bit of turnover this year, in particular this year, because of that COVID year.
Yeah, I think I know Tyree. Mm-hmm. I think Faith Hoffman. I think there's 4 or 5 of us that are like on our 6th year or 5th or 6th year of college here. So
yeah. So let's just briefly talk about that, because I don't know that anybody ever wants to relive that. But for those of you guys, maybe you're new to College Rodeo or you're a new fan, as everyone remembers, kind of everything was shut down in March, which is right about mid-season. I think some regions maybe even had some spring rodeos. Maybe not.
Maybe some southern ones, because they had some in like February. Yeah, but
I don't think we understand rodeos in February at all.
No.
So when COVID kind of came down and hit the fan, everything got shut down. The CNFR was canceled that year, and the NIRA as an association gave everyone that year back. So essentially, you competed, but there wasn't a finals. There weren't even enough rodeo. Like, there were only 5 rodeos that year. Nobody had spring season, so everybody got that year back. So you have one more year of eligibility, which I would say, it's pretty cool. There were some people that maybe that was their senior year and they had already made plans to move on, and so they didn't repeat that year, but there were a lot of kids that were able to come back. Maybe even some kids that came back and earned a master's degree that maybe hadn't planned on it. So, maybe that worked out, maybe it didn't for some, but
yeah, for sure.
That's why we're seeing some of those regional directors still here. Like you said, usually it's a 2-year position, and then we would see that turnover. It's going to be interesting too, because I know that the NIRA has tried really hard to kind of alternate when those regional positions open, so that you don't have all new regional directors in 1 year. And so now for this next year, not for this year, but for the CNFR for next year, we're going to have 5 or 6 brand new regional student directors that haven't been there before, or maybe have qualified but haven't been there in the position as a student director.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of them, actually, now that I think about it. I don't really thought about it that way, but yeah, there will be a lot. But yeah, and then as a student director, we get another year of eligibility to rodeo too. So that's how we get our 6th year, because we get our 5th because of COVID, and then we get another year for that student director. So yeah, I probably got my master's, or like right away,
Hmm.
But since I got my COVID year and then I got my extra year for student director, I was like, well, might as well do it now. So
So if you get elected, because you guys vote on it at a
yep,
regional level, right?
yep.
So if you get elected in your senior year, then you're or for your senior year, then you're the director that year and another year, or is it the year after you complete your term,
Um,
or
the
does it
year after
depend?
you complete your term, I think it is. Yeah,
Okay.
because you like this year we tried to like do like a sophomore or junior that
Mhm.
had been or like to take over the position, just so then they'd have 2 years and then they could have the extra year if they wanted to use it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's a good policy. I don't know what you would call it, but there is a lot of responsibility that comes with that title. So it's not like you're just getting, a free ride by any means.
Yeah, no,
I
there's
do,
lots of stuff that comes with it.
and I think it probably is even more now than when I was in school because there just is more options. I know that a lot of regional directors are running regional Facebook pages and, trying to manage that side of it too, alongside of packing flags and making sure all the sponsors are being recognized at each
Yeah,
rodeo. And, you know,
yeah.
um, so that's just a small portion of it, I would say now.
Yeah. No, that's true because before I was the director, we just had like a Great Plains region group, which was more so for
Yeah.
the contestants and coaches we'd say like we'd post when we're gonna break in the calves or the goats or if so and so's horse is loose or whatnot. But then we
There's a few of
created
those.
yeah, very much so. So then we created a page for results and
Public.
standings and to talk about our sponsors and this and that. So yeah, we did not. So yeah, I guess as the student director and the faculty director, we have the Facebook pages and then all the sponsors. But luckily, Ron, our faculty director, is amazing and has helped me along with that. And now we got a pretty good system. And
Yeah.
I've learned after 3 years to send the banners and flags and the box pads and the barrier box with the next school that has the rodeo.
The
So
weekend
then,
before.
yes, so then most of the time they have the banners up and I get to just walk in, make sure everything's there and start the rodeo.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Getting smarter.
Yes. I mean, it only took 3 years, but
Exactly.
whatever.
Yes, 3 years
Now you
later.
can pass that knowledge on.
Yes, I did. I was like, send it with the next person. I promise you it'll be worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk. I know we started this countdown in these interviews last year coming into the CNFR in 2022,
Yes.
and it's super easy to just go through results, but not necessarily the good stuff. And I also know that it's also really hard for you as a student director being friends with the majority of the people in your region. I would say all the people in
Yes.
your region
Yeah.
to hand pick people to tell us about. So I'll make it easier for you. Talk about hopefully you have results pulled up. If not,
I printed them, highlighted.
You are
I was
on it.
more prepared this year than last year.
Yeah. Well, I kind of sprung it on you guys last year. So talk to me about the men's and women's team first. Who do we have coming in for men's and women's team this year?
So I guess I'll just talk about the men's team first, but men's team was a battle to the end. The last couple of rodeos definitely came down to it. Iowa Central has had a strong season all year and handily won the region, but that second place position was a battle. And BH, Black Hills State University and Spearfish did end up coming in second. Dickinson was third, but it was the last couple rodeos. It really fluctuated between them, and throw Mid Plains and South Dakota State in there, and it was a tight race. So, and then as far as the women's team, Dickinson, where I attend, and then Black Hills State will be sending their team in second place. And then University of South Dakota was third, which for some of you that don't know, USD is, we have 3 contestants from USD. Yes, 3 total contestants. It's Opal Harkins, Sydney and Colton Carlson. Colton's going to be a doctor. I think Sydney, I'm not sure what Sydney is going to be, and Opal's going to be a lawyer. And so they were rodeoing kind of independently.
Yeah.
Ended up buying, then they had a couple more people, and they came in with, well, on the women's team, 2 girls, and came in third. So yeah, kudos
Impressive.
to them because
And
going
those academic classes that they're taking for those specific degrees, there's nothing to mess around there. So those guys
no,
are, I mean, they're performing in the arena and in the classroom, which is super impressive.
very much so.
It's not easy.
No, and a lot of times, we don't allow trades in our region, which some schools do, but we do like if you have a school thing or something comes up, you can say I can't be up Friday.
Right.
And a lot of
I've
times
noticed that. I feel like that's newer.
Yeah. And we've used it a lot, especially I feel like for those students because missing classes like that, that's hard. So a lot of times they would come in, I think they'd leave Friday night after classes, come in, compete Saturday. And so, yeah, kudos to them because they've put time in and done very well.
Well, and talk to me a little bit about Iowa Central.
Iowa Central, their men's team has lots of rough stock riders, and they are handy. That's Sage Vance, and he is like, as far as in the nation standings, doing phenomenal. And gosh, there's so many of them. They have Coy Nelson in the tie down. He won the region in the tie down too. Coy also team ropes and steer wrestles. They have
a lot of multi-event.
Yes, very much so. Kale Hilsendigger, in 3 events, timed event. I think they're actually have like 7 going to the college finals because of team and how everyone ended up. So they're going to be strong competitors down in Casper. That's very for sure. Cool. And Cash Owens, I think he competing in possibly. Well, he's competing in the bareback riding for sure. Yeah. And he came in 1 spot out in the saddle bronc. But yeah, it'll be fun to watch them in Casper.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm excited. So let's see. I have to open that tab so I could kind of follow along. Just go ahead and run down your standings. I hate to go person to person because that will take forever. But how about our all-around competition? I mean, once we get to start asking these questions, a lot of the people are going to be redundant. Like we're going to be talking about the same people in some of these events, especially with the multi-event cowboys. I hear there's kind of a handful of them.
Yes.
So how about all-around?
So, I mean, and our all-around race came down to the last rodeo too. Our men's all-around, Austin Madison from Black Hills. He won the region in the steer wrestling. Also calf ropes and team ropes too. And so he will be competing he came in second in the calf roping too. So he'll be competing in the calf roping and the steer wrestling. And then Lathan DeMontney from North Dakota State University, bull rider and team roper. He team ropes with his brother. They came in third in the region. So that'll be super fun to watch the DeMontney boys. And so Lathan will be competing in the bull riding and the team roping. And I want to say he even calf ropes too.
Oh, but, I feel like that's not very common.
Yeah, I know. And it'll be fun. But
in high school, they do everything. But then once you get to the collegiate level, I feel like those other events maybe fall off. And then rough stock. It's just so much easier to just do rough stock. I say that like I know, but I can only imagine how much easier it would be to just like grab your gear bag and get
No kidding, right? Yeah. But like Chance Grill from SDSU came in third, and I know that before our last rodeo, Chance needed a few more points to be up there in the all-around standings because you have to have 200 points in 2 events. Okay. And he was short those 200 points in the calf roping, I think it was. And he ended up getting those 200 points, but then came a little shy of making it in the all-around. But as far as the women's go, Opal Harkins won the region. And it came down to the last rodeo, same deal. She needed 200 points she needed so many points in the team roping. I think she had like 110, 120. And she ended up getting them at the last rodeo.
That 200 mark, right?
Yes, to meet that 200 mark. But she had so many more points. She had, in the goat tying alone, she had 926. And so then she got her 200 points in her second event, the team roping. So she ended up winning the all-around. But before Lincoln, she was not even listed on our all-around. So that last rodeo, And then Cache McGee came in second. So Cache will be competing in the barrel racing and the goat tying too. And splitting between second and third, it was 6 points difference. Came down to a last barrel run. Yeah. So
let's talk about the all around. You kind of went over it really quickly, but in order to qualify for the all around, you have to compete in more than one event, but you have to earn points in more than one event. And you have to earn, you said, 200 points. So like in Opal's case, she had 900 points in the goat tying, which probably those points alone would have placed her in the all around. But because she hadn't broke 200 in one other event, she wasn't up there. So that's super interesting. And I think it's really important too, because it goes to speak to, it is different, and there is a level, like you step up a level when you add multiple events, because there's just a little bit more juggling involved, like making sure that you're there when you need to be. You've got to watch. You just have to pay attention a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right?
And Opal's in 4 events.
Goodness.
Yeah. So on top of law school,
yeah,
she's in barrel racer, goat tire, breaker ropes, and team ropes.
All the things.
Yes. All of them. Yeah. Yep.
That's great. That's super cool. Good for her.
Yeah.
So I know this is a hard question, and I already told you I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Maybe, obviously, I think our standouts naturally are who we have coming in the all around, right? Because we know that they can compete under pressure. Let's talk about freshmen. Do you guys have any freshmen that have qualified for the college finals? Because I know it's always interesting. I think last year, I don't know, every year it seems like we have a ton of rookies. And when I say rookie, I don't mean like first time qualifying for the CNFR. I mean freshmen qualifying for the CNFR. Because it's different. Like it's a little bit different if they've been to the high school finals. It's a different atmosphere. Even though they know what that pressure feels like, it's still just a little bit different. And so oftentimes we look at freshmen as, I don't know, I think people can count them out because they've not experienced that type of pressure. So it's super fun to watch them come in and compete, but also do well. So do you guys have any freshmen that we need to keep our eye on?
I'm trying to think here. I'm thinking Iowa Central. Drew Lynn in the bareback riding, I believe, is a freshman. And yes, he should do very well down in Casper. He'll be one to watch for sure. Lathan DeMontney, I'm trying to think now. Lathan DeMontney is a freshman, and he's one in the all around, going in the team rope and bull riding. That's all I'm seeing here.
It's interesting too, because I do feel like there's also a difference between the experience that rough stock riders are able to get under their belt versus some of the women.
Yeah.
I mean, because now we have breakaway roping at a professional level. There's some bigger rodeos that you can go to and kind of, I don't know, then you learn how to manage that pressure and that type of stress. So it's changing a little bit. It's changing the sport a little bit, I think, even at the collegiate level. But, if you're making it in the goat tying, like this is pretty much it. Although there are some more opportunities opening up for goat tires too, not at the professional level, but just other
bigger jackpots and for sure.
Other competitions. So, it's just interesting to sit back and watch, excuse me, how the kids handle the pressure.
Mm-hmm. One, I will say, and I don't know if she's a freshman, I'm not sure. Sierra Steele, she rodeoed independently, won the region and the barrel racing, and is handy. And she's going to be super fun to watch. She actually has 2 little paint horses. And I remember she came to River Falls, first rodeo of our year, and she 180'd it. Mom, 180. Yeah. She won
the long round,
long go, the short go, the average. So then she comes to North Platte the next weekend. Different horse. 180 is that one too. And we're all like, oh my gosh.
What?
Yes. So rodeos independently and has been a standout in our region this year. So I'm excited to see her down in Casper. And I think she might be a freshman actually.
Inquiring minds, who was she rodeoing for? And did someone recruit her?
I don't know what this stands for. What?
Oh, yeah, because
UWILC. That's her college. Is it University of Wisconsin?
maybe somebody that's watching knows.
I'm trying to.
I can't Google that because weird stuff comes up.
I. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe if somebody's watching, maybe they know.
she
I mean,
was.
University of Wisconsin, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, so also brings up another question. Maybe she's going there for a particular program, for an academic program.
Yeah, it might be.
Also wondering, like, other coaches have got to be like, who is this chick? Why did we miss her?
Yeah.
Clearly, we missed the boat.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's so fun to watch. And honestly, we have Kelly Bang from Dickinson. She's been there last year. I made the short go in the barrels last year, so she'll be fun to watch again in the barrels. And then Maggie Underhill from Mid Plains. She got a great horse too, and she's gonna be super fun to watch down in Casper in the barrel racing too. So I'm super excited about our barrel racers coming because I feel like they all have a very good chance in Casper.
So, let's talk about a little bit. Tell me about the types of arenas that you guys compete in. And, I know that some regions compete in big outdoor pens. Some have a combination of indoor pens and outdoor pens. I mean, is it going to be a big change for you guys to come to Casper?
In the fall, our fall rodeos are outdoors. So, and we see small outdoors, sandy ones. I mean, North Platte is huge. We see a variety of everything, I would say. But then our spring rodeos are all indoors. So we do see a variety. In the spring, we go to Brookings is a smaller indoor, Lincoln, Spearfish, and Ames, Iowa. So all indoors. So, I think they'll do okay.
Yeah, by this time, they've been running inside already.
Exactly.
They're kind of accustomed.
Yep.
And maybe even to open them up a little bit, girls will go to some other competitions between the end of your season and the CNFR to try to open their horses up and not lose that.
Yeah,
that speed.
Yeah, I would sure think so. Yeah.
Well, Jade, we're coming up on like 30 minutes. So obviously, I think that we could probably talk about rodeo for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
But I want to be respectful of your time and then, of course, of our viewers' time. Is there anything else that you are excited about coming into this finals? I mean, this is your last one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this one's gonna be really bittersweet. I definitely cried in Lincoln at our last one, and I didn't think I would. I thought I'd be okay, but leaving Casper is definitely gonna be hard for that last time. And wearing the DSU vest is gonna be hard putting that on for the last time, but I am super excited about it. Casper is always so welcoming and it's so much fun down there. So I'm super excited for everyone to see everyone again because, I've gotten to be super close with a lot of the other student directors too and faculty directors. And, it's going to be hard, but it'll be good to see everyone again. And I'm excited to see, how Great Plains region does down there. And it's fun to see everyone.
Well, so, JDB, Jim Dewey Brown is doing some different things this year with the armband ceremony, which is something that we had talked about last year. We just did not have enough time to turn it around.
Yep.
So I am excited to see that change. Hopefully the contestants will appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'm super excited for that because we talked about that at our winter board meeting about the plans with that. And so that'll be really good. Yeah. I'm excited for that. So
I think that if we can step up, the production is kind of at the top of our game anyways and have been for quite a while. But if we can step up some other areas, I think the contestants will appreciate it. And I think once you make them happy, then we're going to see it reflect on the other side too.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. I agree. Yeah.
So, well, unless you have anything else you'd like to add, we appreciate your time. I know that you have frequented this platform a couple of times over the last few years, and I appreciate all of it. We appreciate your time. I know we have built quite a college rodeo fan club on social media, and we hope to be able to grow that. But I know that part of that is due in large part to the personalities and the people that are involved. So thank you so much for your time and for your dedication to the sport.
What was that?
For your dedication to the sport.
Thank you.
It is worthwhile, and people appreciate it. So
thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And thank you everyone for tuning in.
Absolutely. We do have some live viewers, so nobody commented and asked you any hard questions. So I feel like you got us today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate your time. Also, if you have any questions coming into these interviews and as we count down to the CNFR for 2023, go ahead and comment. If you are watching the replay, then comment those questions as well. If we don't know the answers, we certainly know somebody that does, right? So feel free to, ask all your questions and make sure you guys are purchasing tickets. Tickets are available right now at the box office at the Ford Wyoming Center. And I don't know why I know this, but I do. It is 307-577-3030. So if you need to get your tickets, there you go. I could probably post a link, but that would take a little bit of time because I'd have to research that. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and special shout out to Cinch Jeans for not only their sponsorship at the collegiate level and the NIRA, but also for Bullfrog Creative. You guys, we will see you on Friday. Thank you.
Perfection almost looks easy. But it isn't. Here's to those who go the distance.